Cohabitating. So what I love is that feeling. You are clearly my kin, born in the hands of dying. I cannot stop my car. I will not stop my car. You have the right to remain silent. Silent as a winter like the culture. Warm blood. Silent is God's answer. Dead love at the breakfast table. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a logical laundry room. Logical is love in the ground. Love is an insane declaration of dependence. So you have a right to remain who you are. Loved, owned by love. Do you understand the right I just read to you? The engine hums like a distant prayer, unanswered. I drive through the night where the road bends like faith but never breaks. A flicker of headlights, then nothing. Silence grows louder in the absence of words, like breath held too long in the lungs. You are still here, my kin, always born, always dying, but never fully gone. The rules, the rights, the declarations, they crumble under the weight of love's contradictions. In this moment, I am both the driver and the passenger. The destination is irrelevant. All that matters is the movement, the forward press of time against the stillness inside us. The tires skim the asphalt like a needle over a worn-out record, playing a song we've heard too many times, but can never quite finish. I glance over, but you're not really there, just an outline in the dim light. The law says I can stop, but love tells me I can't. Not until the journey has dissolved into itself, into some inevitable conclusion neither of us can fully grasp. Words hang between us, unspoken, heavy as the miles pass. The silence is no longer about rights or laws, but about what's left unsaid, what we refuse to admit in daylight, but can't ignore in the dark. So we keep driving, bound by a contract older than time, written in the space between heartbeats. In this car, we are both the guilty and the absolved, the confessor and the condemned. Love is the jury, and we await the verdict that never comes. Do you still hear it? That sound beneath the silence? It's the echo of promises we never made, of futures we never planned but always knew were coming. And so we go on. Through the night, through the question, through the answer that waits like dawn on the other side of this endless drive. The road unravels in front of us, a ribbon of uncertainty stretching out into the void. Every mile is a question neither of us is brave enough to ask, but we already know. The answer lingers just beyond the horizon. I wonder if you feel it too. The slow erosion of everything we thought we understood. The car becomes a coffin of memories, a moving mausoleum for what we were and what we might still be. But we drive on, as if the journey will somehow undo what's been done, or explain what can't be explained. There's no music, just the rhythmic churn of the tires and the occasional gasp of wind slipping through the cracks. The air is heavy with anticipation, like we're waiting for something to break. Us, the road, the silence. Yet, nothing ever does. We remain suspended between motion and stillness, between love and loss, waiting for a sign that never comes. Outside, the world is a blur of shadows and muted colors, indistinct and indifferent. It mirrors the space between us. You, with your head turned slightly away, as if there's something out there worth looking at, something more real than what's inside this car. But I know better. There is no out there. There's only this, the highway, the hum of the engine, and the weight of everything we refuse to speak. I want to say something, anything, but the words die in my throat. Maybe silence is all we have left now, the final testament to what we've become. And still, we keep going. The road stretches endlessly ahead, and I wonder, will we ever stop? Or will this be our eternity? Driving forever toward a destination that no longer matters, while holding on to a love that is both our salvation and our undoing. The road ahead seems infinite, as though it's no longer a path but a loop, a cycle we're caught in, endlessly repeating. I grip the wheel tighter, feeling the cold leather beneath my fingers, as if holding on a little harder could somehow change the course. But deep down I know, we're not in control. Not of the car, not of our fate, not even of each other. I glance at you again, and this time, you're closer to a memory than a person. Your presence has blurred into the landscape of this night, a figure wrapped in layers of silence and unspoken truths. I think of all the times we could have said something real but chose to stay silent instead, hoping that love alone would be enough to fill the gaps. I want to tell you, I'm sorry. Sorry for the words I never said, the moments I let slip away, the way we're now just passengers in our own story, watching it unfold without the power to rewrite it. But I can't. The apology sticks to my tongue, as heavy as the night, as weightless as the stars scattered above us. The road begins to narrow, twisting like the thoughts that circle in my mind. I feel the walls closing in, the choices we never made tightening around us like a vice. Is this how it ends? Not with a crash, but with a slow, deliberate erosion. A love that fades not in fire, but in the quiet collapse of everything unsaid. Suddenly, the car feels too small, like it's shrinking around us, like the weight of our silence is compressing the air. I open the window just a crack, letting the cold night rush in, hoping the fresh air will wake us from this endless drive. But it doesn't. It only amplifies the stillness, the vast empty space that now defines us. I don't know where we're going, and I'm not sure if I care anymore. Maybe it's not about the destination, maybe it never was. Maybe the only truth is this. Two people, bound by love and time, trapped in a car that won't stop, driving towards something they'll never reach. But still, we drive.
We're the ones behind the wheel but don't control the ride, driving circles through the night, unaware of the divide. It's a given, we're both the driver and the driven, the saint, the sinner, the irredeemable and forgiven. Time's a passenger that never speaks, yet tells the tale as our story repeats. Again and again, it's a ride we get on, but never depart, forever moving along. And we drive, undying yet alive. We drive on until we die. We press on through the silence, bound to a love we can't define. In this endless drive, we search for what's lost. Through the night we carry the cost. Is it fate or the will of our mind? Are we prisoners of love, or just chasing the signs? In this endless drive we can't let go of a love that burns slow, but refuses to grow. And we drive, undying yet alive. We drive on until we die. We're the driver and the driven, caught in our own design. Love's a mirror held up close, but the reflection's hard to find. Is this journey purgatory or salvation in disguise? Is the answer in the rear view, or just waiting to arrive? And we drive, undying yet alive. We drive on until we die. Every silence is a sentence, heavy as the truth we won't admit. In the distance is forgiveness, but we're too afraid to reach for it. In this endless drive we chase what's not there. Through the night, through the weight we share. Is it karma or fate intertwined? Are we paying for sins of another time? In this endless drive we both hold on to a love that's half gone, but still drives us on. And we drive, born dying yet alive. We drive on until we die. Are we racing toward freedom, running from fate? Is this journey a curse or the chance to create? And we drive, let's drive. We're both alive and gone to a love that drives on, forever withdrawn. And we drive, born dying on a road that won't end, through the questions and answers that always bend. I